Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado though, let's get into today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the 2022 Breeders' Cup, and it is the Breeders' Cup Classic. This race is going 1.25 miles with the purse of $6 million for 3-year-olds and up. This is going to be an awesome race. It's a stacked field, I think, and I mean, obviously, it's the best race of the year, technically, for these 8 horses, and I absolutely cannot wait to see how this goes down. I have my top 3 selections here, and I'm sticking with these, even though anybody can win this race. These are just the 3 horses that I personally like. Again, this is not gambling or wagering advice. Please do your own research to determine if you are going to do something with this race, who you like. But most importantly, if you don't agree with my selections, that's fine. It's all personal opinion at the end of the day. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below in regards to who you think is going to win. Without further ado, though, let's give you guys my 3 top selections here for the 2022 Breeders' Cup Classic. So my top 3 selections for this year's Classic will be 4, 2, 5, which means I'm going with Flightline, no surprise, Life is Good, and a surprise probably to some of you, Hot Rod Charlie. Now let's go ahead and go into the details of why I've picked these 3. Now starting off with the favorite and the 4 horse, going off at 3 to 5, Flightline. This horse is undefeated, a 20-length winner last time out in September at Del Mar in the TBG Pacific Classic. What else is there really to say about Flightline? We could honestly be seeing one of the best horses in the last 2 decades, possibly. I mean, we know he's not going to be a Triple Crown winner, but in terms of how he's winning his races and how he's dominating, and we really have yet to see a true contender to Flightline. I don't know if anything is going to happen in this race where he looks vulnerable. I think obviously he's going to set the pace. He's going to absolutely control the direction of this race unless somebody else has anything to say about it. And I got to be honest, as much as it would be cool to see a different winner, I'm just not sure if any other horse in this field is going to be able to bring the amount of intensity that Flightline has been able to do in his undefeated career so far. Of course, I have him as number 1 because, again, he's shown no signs of losing to any other horses within his competition bracket. So Flightline going off at 3 to 5. Again, that is my first selection. My second selection will be the 2 horse Life is Good, morning line odds of 6 to 1. Life is Good finished 4th at this distance back in March of 2022 of this year. The result from the Woodward Grade 1 was a first place finish at 9 furlongs at the distance. So again, all these horses I think are fine with the distance. I don't think anybody's necessarily going to struggle unless the pace is probably faster than you would expect for some of the front runners. But all these horses are extremely strong. I think they'll all be able to hang. It's just a matter of who is probably going to drop out and give up in the stretch. I think that's really all it comes down to. I do expect Life is Good to challenge Flightline for the lead, and Life is Good won the last 3 starts. We're 3 for 3. Really hot horse here, hence the 6 to 1 price tag. I like Life is Good a lot. I don't think there's much else to say about this horse. On a roll, feeling good, and I think as long as the connections have everything in the right place for this horse, Life is Good could be a contender with Flightline for the lead, and especially heading into the stretch. So Life is Good, again, going off at 6 to 1. I have him as my second selection. And my final selection for this 2022 Breeders' Cup Classic is Hot Rod Charlie, the 5 horse, going off at odds of 15 to 1. I'm taking a little bit of a chance here with Hot Rod Charlie. I've always liked this horse. Always gutsy, especially in deep stretch. Has a lot of heart, and finished in the top 3 of his last 3 starts, and can definitely handle the distance. I know Hot Rod is probably a little bit outclassed with some of these other horses in the field, but again, I feel like he's always run extremely well and competitive throughout his career, and I expect him to do the same here today. If the race is right, the pace is good, I expect Hot Rod to be in the conversation once we come around turns 3 and 4. Now, you're probably wondering why I chose Hot Rod as my 3rd selection over Epicenter or maybe Taiba. Taiba is kind of like hit or miss. I just don't have that much confidence in Taiba. Granted, Taiba has actually done pretty well after the Derby this year, but not a horse I'm willing to take a chance on this time out. I want to do something a little bit different. Epicenter, kind of the same deal, going off at 5 to 1. Should challenge for the lead. Has come into much better form after the Derby as well, and has won a couple of big races in between that time and now. So it's not like these horses are bad. I'm not saying that at all. It's just as far as where I'm looking to kind of get the most bang for my buck. I like Hot Rod Charlie at 15 to 1. Of course, that could change the day of the Classic, but for now, I'm going to go stick with Hot Rod. I like the horse, and I think he's always fighting well above his means in his races. So again, I'm going 4 for Flightline, excuse me. The 2-horse Life is Good, and the 5-horse Hot Rod Charlie. Olympiad, won last 2 or 3 starts, was a winner at the Jockey Gold Cup, will challenge for the lead. Drifted out a bit wide, though, in that last win. So that has me a bit concerned, depending on how this race pans out. Of course, the Kentucky Derby winner, Rich Strike. I mean, Rich fought very well in the last race against Hot Rod Charlie in the head-to-head, and he just barely lost that. We know how Rich likes to run, and I'm assuming Sonny will probably be doing the same thing. Really likes Churchill Downs as a track. Not sure how he'll handle Keeneland. So Rich, Taba, Happy Saver, they're kind of all in the same boat for me. You never know what you could get from them, but I'm not looking at them as far as my top 3 selections. So, comment section below. You guys let me know who you have for your selections and who you personally want to win this classic race. I'm going to pull for Flightline just because it'd be awesome to see a horse make this type of run and this type of history, being undefeated. Not the first, obviously, but it's always nice to see a horse as dominant as Flightline stay undefeated. But at the same time, an upset would be kind of nice if it was from somebody else in the field, maybe like a Hot Rod Charlie, who's older than half of the horses in this field, and that would still be pretty exciting to see as well. But again, let me know your selections and your picks in the comment section below. We'll take it from there. Appreciate love and support. Subscribe to the channel for weekly horse racing gaming content, because I only do these discussion videos when a big race happens, and I've pretty much only done this once every couple of months. I'll try to be better about it in 2023. We'll see. But yeah, appreciate you guys for the love and support. Unfortunately, this is all the time I have for you right now, but I will see you all later for the Breeders' Cup Classic. Goodbye.
Welcome to Horse Racing Gamer, where champions are made.
Hey guys, it's Eric. Just a quick reminder to smash the like button if you find yourself enjoying this video at any time. Leave your comments as well, and if you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe, because 64% of you at the moment, for some reason, aren't subs, so make sure you hit that button. Without further ado, though, let's get into today's video.